Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I'm Randy and it's been vinyl tag season. I've done the one with Rob Walker, but there's a couple others out there. One by the Cheap and Cheerful Record Collector. He's got a blues vinyl tag. And my good friend Sam StJohn just started an Americana vinyl tag, so I decided to jump on that. He's one of the few people in the vinyl community I've actually met, and I just thought I'd go ahead and jump on his vinyl tag. First question may be, what is Americana music? But I think it's anything kind of, it can either be acoustic based on traditional instruments, rootsy, country-ish, alt country. I think all of those kind of fall in the Americana purview, but you can decide if mine's Americana or not. But anyway, let's get into it. Your favorite Americana artist. I don't know who it is, but I'm gonna pick the band. This is their debut, music from Big Pink. Of course, the Waits on here that everybody has covered. Got Robbie Robertson, the guitarist who just passed away last year. Rick Danko, Richard Manuel, Garth Hudson, and Lee Von Helm. Yeah, the band. That's going to be my choice for my favorite. To show a banjo on the cover. How about showing some Flatt & Scruggs with Lester Flatt there with his guitar, and then Earl Scruggs with the banjo. 3, show an album with great harmonies. And I'm going to show the Cactus Blossoms. This is their album, You're Dreaming. If you love the Everly Brothers, you'll love the Cactus Blossoms. They have just some of the best harmonies on this. One song that's probably doesn't really have their harmonies, but I would check out to see if you enjoy this group, would be Change Your Ways or Die, the Cactus Blossoms. I will say that I only attended 2 concerts last year. One of them was the Cactus Blossoms. The other was Nick Lowe. But next one, number 4, your favorite female Americana artist. Maybe one of my favorite female artists of all time. That's Lucinda Williams. This is their 3rd album. I think it's just called Lucinda Williams. But the big song was Passionate Kisses, which another country artist took up the charts. I don't know who it was, but yeah, just an amazing singer-songwriter, Lucinda Williams. And the next one is your favorite acoustic cover song. Well, I'm going to pick a song that was a traditional song that's covered. Well, it's often attributed to a blues artist named Alec Johnson, who only recorded a few blues tunes in the 20s, and if you have one of those on 78, it's probably worth a lot. But I'm going to choose Phil Alvin. He was in the Blasters, the lead singer, and it's called Next Week Sometime. Just a great acoustic song. This whole album is fantastic, called Unsung Stories, Phil Alvin. Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, I think, also did a cover of Next Week Sometime, but yeah. It's an old traditional song, often accredited to Alec Johnson. An artist you wish would make an album, Americana artist you wish would make an album in 2024. I'm going to pick the great singer-songwriter John Hiatt. He does a lot of things in the acoustic area, in the Americana area, I should say. But this is the album he did with Jerry Douglas, the great dobro player. There they are. But just an amazing album, an amazing songwriter, John Hiatt. I wish he would do another album in 2024. Favorite Americana album that came out in 2023. I'm going to pick Jason Isbell's album, Weather Vanes. Of course, his band was the 400 Unit. The song I might have you check on here is Cast Iron Skillet. But yeah, this is an amazing album. Of course, he was formerly in the Drive-By Truckers. But yeah, Jason Isbell. One of the best lyricists around. Number 8, your favorite acoustic Beatles tune. Now, it comes on the White Album, and I know how much Sam hates the White Album, so I thought I would pick a song from that album, but by Alison Krauss. And it's the song I Will, which is on the White Album. But I think I like Alison's version even better than the Beatles. But great tune. Number 9, to pick out an Americana heartbreaking song. Or a ballad, heartbreaking ballad. And I'm going to pick this one by Dave Alvin off his Romeo's Escape album. Now, Dave Alvin was formerly in the Blasters with his brother Phil. He was the guitarist, major songwriter. He was in the group X for one album and did two albums with a conglomeration of people called The Third Mind, where they did psychedelic music. But yeah, Dave Alvin, he does a song on here called Every Night About This Time. It's just heartbreaking about this lady that she's had her heart broken, and the guy ran off, and now she's a prostitute, and she keeps thinking about him and falling in love again every night about this time with another John, and you just have to act like you're in love with her. It's really sad. And how about an Americana song about drinking? I'm choosing Hayes Carll from his album Trouble in Mind. He's got a song called, if I can find it here, Knocking Over Whiskeys, number 12. He's also got Bad Liver and a Broken Heart, which kind of deals with drinking as well. But amazing songwriter, married to the great alt country artist Alison Moyer. But yeah, Hayes Carll. Show one of your favorite illustrated Americana covers. I've always kind of been intrigued by this cover by Josh Ritter and his album The Animal Years. He's also one of my favorite lyricists around now. Josh Ritter, you should check him out. This is probably my favorite album by him, The Animal Years, with a unique illustrated cover. And then to show an artist not known for acoustic music doing an acoustic album. And I'm going to show Bruce Springsteen's Nebraska, which, of course, the story, everyone knows the story that they were really demos, but he ended up liking the sound of them better as demos, and that's what he released. But yeah, Bruce Springsteen, Nebraska. Next was to show an Americana supergroup. So I don't know if this counts, but I'm using it. The Notorious Cherry Bombs, that's with Vince Gill and Rodney Crowell and Richard Bennett, who played a lot with, for years with Neil Diamond and some others. They had kind of a hit on here, kind of a novelty tune called It's Hard to Kiss the Lips at Night That Chew Your Ass Out All Day Long. But yeah, Notorious Cherry Bombs. Show an artist that you wish you could have seen live, but that you obviously can't anymore because they're passed on. And I'm going to say Townes Van Zandt. This is his album, At My Window. This is the album, actually, that got me into Townes Van Zandt. There was a guy at a record store that recommended it to me. And I actually listened to it and wasn't taking that much with it. Picked it up sometime later and just fell in love with it. But this is also the album that had the famous hype sticker. Of course, back then I didn't know you keep your hype stickers, but it's one where Steve Earle said that Townes Van Zandt's the best songwriter, and he'd stand on Bob Dylan's coffee table and tell him that, or something like that. Anyway, I don't have that hype sticker anymore. But yeah, Townes Van Zandt. Wish I would have seen him live. And then someone that you would like to see that still tours. And I'm going to pick Robbie Fulks. This is his album, Upland Stories. But Robbie has a great sense of humor and really an engaging performer. From what I've seen on YouTube clips and stuff, and everybody I've heard that has seen him said he's just hilarious and also an amazing musician as well. Next, the Americana artist that you've seen the most times live. I don't know how many times I've seen him, but it's been a bunch, and that's the group BR549. They work in a lot of different genres, actually, from rockabilly to country, but a lot of Americana as well, that I would classify that as. And this is their album, Big Backyard Beach Show. The reason I've seen him so many times is I think part of it is Chuck Mead, one of the lead singers, is from Lawrence, Kansas, which isn't too far from where I live. And so they play around the Midwest a lot. And then there's Gary Bennett, the other songwriter. And then somebody Dylan fans may know is that's Donnie Herron, the multi-instrumentalist right now that now plays with the Bob Dylan's band. So that would be the answer to that. Next one is your favorite Americana duet. And I'm going to say it's from this album called All the Road Running with Mark Knopfler, formerly of Dire Straits, and Emmylou Harris, amazing singer. And I'm going to say it's the title song, All the Road Running. This whole album's great, but that's probably my favorite Americana duet, is those two. Prompt 18 is to show 5 lesser-known Americana artists. So I'm starting with a group called the Rave Ups. These guys are from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I think that's where they started. Just really cool band. The song I always liked was In My Gremlin, about the car. But yeah, the Rave Ups. This album came out in 1985. Then we have the Reavers. That was the Rave Ups debut, and this is the Reavers debut. They were formed in Austin, Texas. This is their album called Saturday. Yeah, just a fun Americana band. At least that's where I'd put them in that genre. Then one of my favorite songwriters, Tom Russell. This is Tom Russell Band, The Road to Bayamon. Just amazing storyteller. Also a kind of a favorite of David Letterman. He was been on that show quite a few times. I've seen him in concert, and most of the times in concert he's with another guitarist by the name of Andrew Harden, who's just amazing. But yeah, I'd check out Tom Russell. He's just an amazing singer-songwriter. And how about Walkenhorst and Porter? Now, Bob Walkenhorst is from a group, the Rainmakers. He was the lead singer. And Jeff Porter is a singer-songwriter from this area. And this was just an amazing Americana album. It's called No Abandon, and the title track is the one I would probably have you go check out. But yeah, this came out in 2009. And last, the Deslongs. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. They're on New West Records. They're formed in New Orleans, but yeah, just a fun band. So those are my 5 lesser-known Americana artists. Number 19 is to show the first Americana record you purchased, which would be hard for me to really figure out, but I'm just guessing it might be this Prime album. I was in a thing called the Record Club of America. I don't know if I picked this or they sent it to me, but I just loved it. I fell in love with John Prine's music. This is a compilation album, Best John Prine. It came out in 1976. I would have been a senior in high school. And the last prompt on here is to challenge another person to take Sam's Americana tag, take part in Sam's Americana tag. So I'm going to challenge from across the pond, Headley, another fat bearded man talking about records is the name of his channel. I don't know if he watches my videos, but if he does, go for it. He likes a lot of American country and a lot of country rock, so he could probably do this tag. Thanks, Sam, for providing the tag, and anybody that loves Americana music, go ahead and jump on, and everyone take care.